Shafiri. Welcome to Kasi Talent. Kona with Daveytontv. Hashtag we doing it ourselves. And today I have this phenomenal guest, Namusha. Oh man. Say how are you?
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, finally. Uzofike Daveytontv. Yeah.
Man, thank you.
Yeah. So do express yourself no more to Bani and for those who don't know you. Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Msibi. I'm an informer, educator and entertainer by God's design, and also an all-round media personality by qualification. So yeah, in a nutshell, I'm basically like a sponge for everlasting knowledge. Instead, I believe in education more than anything. During my spare time, I listen to a lot of radio. I believe that I'm a radio junkie.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. I live and breathe radio more than anything.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Namusha, we have an epic show for you, Lape Makaya, because now we have. Hey, he's a chunk of radio. Uzwile. So be prepared for what he comes with, Namusha. So take us through a journey of who Arthur is for somebody who's been questioning themselves. What does Arthur do? Because in social media, man, you're making waves. But who is Arthur?
Well, then Arthur is just a boy from the ghetto.
Oh yeah.
Fighting with tooth and nail to make it big in the city and stand. I grew up in the streets of Daveyton with no doubt. I started my primary school in Dumehlezi Intermediate School. Then I proceeded to Dinoto Technical Secondary School, whereby I met, or whereby the journalism bug beat me and stand. I was a lover of oral presentations, be it prepared or unprepared. I would kill it. In the class, they knew very well that once I stand in front of them, something magical will come out from me and stand. And also, I really loved writing. Your essays, I would literally because I'm like, okay, fine. I believe that through essays, I got the talent of telling stories and stand because it was literally not something that you've experienced. It was something that is out of your creativity. Through writing, I believe that I was powerful also. Then I started questioning myself, what is it that I want to do, right? So when I got into grade 10, I was like, I want to be a chartered accountant. I mean, that was something big, you understand?
The
chartered accountant. When you're being asked, what is a chartered accountant? Simply because the word sounded big, and I wanted to sound smart and stand. So when I was asked, okay, fine, what is that chartered accountant? Tell us more about it. And I was like, it's someone who's an accountant, because I literally had no idea of what it was, and I was not also passionate about it because of simply because I was doing your business related subjects. Like chartered accountant sounded big and smart, so I wanted to belong instead. But however, through your oral presentations, your debating, public speaking, that's whereby I found my purpose of being a journalist. And also I wanted to be a TV presenter, news anchor instead. But for me to study only presenting or only acting, it was something that was not amusing. Instead, I wanted something that will literally challenge me, to tap into different spaces, only in one category, which is the media space, and journalism was it. So when I found out about journalism, I did my research, and when I got to grade 10, I literally applied in universities for your journalism. Then when I was literally done with high school, it was a challenge for me because I applied for entrance in universities, but I did not apply for funding instead. And also in high school I was talkative, but when I got out of high school, I literally became an introvert. I became shy. I don't know how. Then I found it's going to be difficult for me to adapt to the change that will be university and all that. My friends were like, we're going to study at that college, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm following my friends. So at home it was literally a debate whereby we literally had a family meeting. They tried to convince me to go to your university, but I wanted to go to college simply because of my friends were there. Right? It was a matter of me being in the comfort zone with my friends, and for them to literally experience something. And also like they made it like an example that if someone with a qualification from university and you come with your qualification from college, which one will be like, you know, chosen if you were to apply for the same job? And I was like, the one who's from university, because of it's like the notion if you're from university you'll get like a preference instead rather than someone who's from college. But also, you know, I believe that I started like, you know, believing in myself more than anything. I told them, it's okay, fine, I'm going to college or else it's a gap year, you understand?
Yo, but I just want to understand, with you making so many decisions at once and now your family, people that you live with daily, how was the relationship though? So when the lama decision afana nalawo awakho?
I was lucky enough with my ekhayeni nothando, understand? Elilalelayo, you know, they had to listen to what I want and they adjusted to it, you understand? It's okay, fine. Yilo kakufunayo masimhlonipheni simnikezeni, like, you know, that benefit of a doubt. Sibona ukuthi kuzophumani, right? Ukuthi the day kubheda angabuye aziblame ukuthi yini nina ngikhethela ukuthi mangenze lokhu nalokhu nalokhu kanti nami bengineyifiso zami, you understand? So yeah, you know, they were like, okay, fine, if you want to do it, go then. And yeah, you know, during my first year I discovered that, you know, a qualification is just a piece of paper. Like if doors are supposed to open, they will literally open, and you need to be like dedicated more than anything instead. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. So is it true that paper it just gives you that understanding of with how the word works, or maybe let's say in the world of media in danger, but talent that sells you?
Okay, but like I'm a big advocate of education more than anything. More than that, like I believe that, you know, a qualification is that key that would help you, you know, to unlock doors like in your space of profession instead. So it is very important for you to have education because of like, you know, talent plus qualification literally create a master stars of galaxy in STEM. So yeah.
Yo, mdana sekhaya la khona namuhla sino Msibi in the building, and wow man, he's just, you know, like man, no, he's phenomenal. Yeah, nami ngiyezwa ukuthi kahle lana ngathi sekafuna debate, but yes, let me just attend ibambe. But yeah, getting to you ukuthi you now knowing ukuthi journalism is what I want to do, but with TV presenting, radio presenting, acting, you know, singing, with so many things. How did you, you know, get your mind fixed with Noma, you know, the models, guys, they can come, but guys, man, you dark, your skin, wow, you could do something about it. How did you maneuver to say, guys, I know what I want?
Okay, fine. Like something that I also forgot to mention is that, like, growing up at home, we used to have newspapers, right?
Okay.
My dad would literally buy newspapers every day, and every time when I come back from school, would literally sit, you know, just to discuss a certain story like, that I found interesting. Also, okay, fine. Then we start talking about it. You understand? Then yeah, you know, that was part of news. You understand? Also, you know, understanding what is really happening. And at home, we would literally listen to radio. I stayed with my grandmother, and we had no time for television. Honestly, you know, she loved radio so much. You know, 8 o'clock, you understand? 6 o'clock in the 5:30 in the, you understand? So yeah. So yeah.
It's in your DNA in a way.
I mean, exactly. I believe that is why I'm flourishing, you know. So
yeah. No, but what has been that one challenge that when you looked at it, what, you know, it almost broke me in a way?
Yo, you know what? With the media space, you know, it's taking so much. You understand, for one to get to their breakthrough, you know. It wasn't easy. Honestly, it wasn't easy for me to get into radio. I felt like, because if I remember, I was still in tertiary, you know, I wanted to literally have something before I graduate instead. And one thing that I really respect about my current employer is that I sent them a demo in 2017 when I was doing like my final year, right? Because of every time when I was doing speeches like in class, you know, your presentations, like, you have a great voice for radio instead. And I bought to that, and I was like, okay, fine, I can do this. You know, I started like, you know, recording myself, sending them demos, and they literally came back to me like, unfortunately, that's not what we're looking for. And that literally broke me instead. And after graduating, basically, I was like, okay, fine, let me just try print. You know, I did that, and I learned, and I wanted to move on. And fortunately enough, like while I was doing it, you know, I was listening to radio, you understand, and I had like an idea, okay, fine, this is what radio is, which, you know, assisted me, you know, to overcome that negative impact that I had during my tertiary years.
Man, nani niyazi mbulazi, I always say, inspire before you expire. For now, time gone will never be regained. My G, no, thanks a lot. It's a pleasure indeed. Now, I want us to just for them to know where have you been, who have you worked with, and what is it that you're gonna now what more or the job or that gig or that presentation or that one day where you were doing your news and you felt like, wow, I'm satisfied. Actually, I'm successful.
Oh shucks, you know what? Well then, I don't have only the voice of radio. Also, I have like the face of television.
Oh man!
Those who know me like might recognize my face from TV. You know, I used to be their on-call guest, you understand, a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
And I was lucky enough because of like, you know, I got the opportunity right after my matric. I remember like my first start was, I had to write like my final exam for matric. Then on that Friday I was called. It's okay, fine, can you come through? You know, we have like your awards. Because of like I was a fan of your TV, you understand? And I believe it's like you know, had that dream of becoming like a TV presenter, like instead. So when I was done with my final matric exam, I got like an email, you know, inviting me to the studio saying that like they are hosting your TV awards, which literally, you know, that's where my journey started, like with UTV, right? And fortunately enough, I got that award because I believe it's into mulandela ngempela nayokulandela instead. So like my journey with them didn't only end there. I started like, you know, being their guest presenter, guest judge, like, you know, they had like your lip sync battles between celebrities. So I was the guest judge and stand. So yeah, you know, my journey with them started there. Then after graduating, I started working for Ekurhuleni News as a journalist, you understand? Because I also loved writing.
Okay.
So yeah, you know what? I told myself, okay, fine, I'm here to learn as much as I can, then I move, right? I stayed with them like 6 months. I can't be back then, back in this, I was 6 months. Because of like, I was like, okay, fine, I'm here for 6 months. And Makfika 6 months, I was like, thank you very much for the opportunity. Now I'm done and dusted. And their concern was, have you found something else? And I was like, no, you know, because also I believe in God so much, you know. I was like, you know what, I don't have anything planned, but I believe that God is my plan. He will literally do something for me instead. Luckily enough, I left Ekurhuleni News. It was on a Friday, right? Then on a Sunday, I got like a Facebook message from Msibi Tia. He's an executive producer for Life Destiny TV and currently a producer for I forgot like the show. It was playing on SABC One. The presenter was Umatima, right? Yeah. He was like, hey man, what are you doing? And I was like, no, I left my job on Friday. I'm doing absolutely nothing. And it was like, perfect. I need you, you know, I need us basically to have a meeting so I can tell you what I have for you. And we literally had that meeting. And he was like, I'm looking for researchers, content producers for Life Destiny TV, right? Are you keen? I was like, yeah, I'm keen. Then, you know, he dropped contract. I started. And, you know, along the journey, it wasn't easy, right? And I told myself, okay, fine. It's not easy. All you need to do is to, you know, just learn as much as you can and move. And I was like, okay, cool stuff. I'm here for 6 months again. I'm here for 6 months. I stayed with them like for 6 months, and I had to leave because of things were not healthy, you know, from those I was producing content with, you understand? And he even like knew about it, right? He was like, okay, fine, you can leave, but we also have something for you, right? You can produce a different show. Cool stuff he gave me, like, because I left in November, Then during December, he was like, okay, fine, you can try this show, like produce the show, right? I was like, cool stuff. Well, then January, it was 2019. Yeah, 2019 January. I was like, I can't, man, you know, I can't, I'm done, you know. I was like, okay, cool stuff. Great wishes for new plans and what's not. And I was like, okay, fine. What I have, like, I set myself down, you understand? I did some introspection. I had to do, like, you know, self-introspection, and I was like, what is it that you want to do? You've done print journalism, you've done broadcasting, like television production, right? Now, what is it that you want to do? I was like, okay, fine. Radio is something that I haven't tried. I'm off to radio. And I had to ask myself also and be honest with myself. It's okay, fine. Radio is big. What is it that you want to do in radio? I was like, news. It was literally, you know, clear for me. It's okay, fine. I want to do news. And I was like, okay, fine. Let me just create your demos. I did that, and I submitted like 2-3 radio stations of my choice. And they all gave me like a positive response. I was spoiled, you know, to choose. It's okay, fine. This is where I want to go. And EKFM was very close. Now, if you understand, I was like, okay, fine. I'm giving them the opportunity. I went there for like sort of like meeting, said we discussed, and I signed the contract.
Man, sorry to cut you, but wow, your story is so juicy in a way that I just want to listen more and more and more and more. But because of time, singathanda ukuthi manje yabona usizwise nje kancane ukuthi man uyishaya kanjani lento in the mic yabona, and because since the mic is your tool, so sifuna ukwazi ukuthi nabo yabona ababukeli emakhaya okay, yes.
But unfortunately, you know what? I don't have any content for news, so it's going to be a bit difficult. But however, you know, because of like, you know, your talent is forever ready. I can you know, throw in like some radio show. Hey, what's up? What's popping, everybody? The time is most definitely 15 minutes, and you're listening to the Drive Through right here on VOP Radio, whereby we prioritize the voice of the public instead. So do remember, I'm Msibi, and I'm going to be driving you home from wherever you're going or coming. Just know it's like, you know, the show is literally lined up for you. And it's VOP Radio on Facebook, and also on Twitter.
Oh yeah. No, that's nice. Each and every bring people that they express themselves through their craft. Yes. So yeah, siyabonga khona lana with Daveytontv, Gasi Talent. Yeah, good people. Do subscribe and like our pages. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are Daveytontv. Siyanthanda kakhulu. But before we go, when they're looking for the voice.
Right, it's very easy, you know. If you want this voice to make you money, I believe, you know, you can just hit me up on Facebook. I'm Msibi Sejake. Then on Instagram at Msibi. Then on Twitter it's at Msibi_. So,
and I'm being but no, you know what, guys, siyanthanda kakhulu, and do share content, man. Show us some love. Thank you.